We're back. Welcome back to the Amon Mission podcast. After a couple weeks, I know we had to
Yeah.
pause football and basketball videos. My fault. I was on vacation, so I'm sure Diego, you're visiting family. How was Thanksgiving for you?
Yeah, visiting family back in Chicago, just busy. I was just telling you before we started recording, I have this class where I have to run simulations, and I actually ended up kind of slacking a little bit. And my partner in my group, he can't run any simulations, so I'm trying to get all these done by tomorrow midnight. But right now, tonight, Duke versus Florida has been a crazy game. Literally 67-66 with 2.2 seconds left. So very interesting. Cam Boozer is amazing. That's all I have to say from this game. Well, there's other stuff, but yeah, that's
I don't
kind of
know
it
who
going
that
on
is
for me right
because
now.
I don't watch college football,
Oh,
basketball at this time. I'm fully in
yeah,
the football mode until January, and rightly so. My Bears. I'm just so
true.
happy right now. I'm nervous because I don't know what's going to happen Sunday, and I'm really hope they don't miss the playoffs. So that has me on the that's currently taking up my stress. So
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
catching
valid.
up on basketball, but I do have a lot of film to share. I know you have watched a game this past Sunday that you want to recap. Um,
Hmm.
Lots to look forward to. Let's dive right
Hmm.
into it, actually. So I'm gonna start out the film study here. Share my screen.
Yep.
A lot of interesting clips. It's not just all offense.
Yeah.
Starting out, we had talked about on the podcast last time we met. How's the LeBron
Hmm.
dynamic going to work? How are Luca and Austin Reeves going to play off LeBron, even though they're excelling on their own so far? So,
Yep.
um, you might have seen this clip with the cross screens, but watch LeBron catch it at the wing right
Hmm.
now. What does this look like to you? Ball watchers, right? You got 15 is like, okay, I don't know what LeBron's gonna do, but I am
Yeah.
scared he's gonna dunk it on this dude, so I'm just gonna stay here, watch him. Where are the Suns players? Otherwise, they're worried about a potential screen happening here.
Hmm.
This is very interesting. Their back, their back is to LeBron. You would think is just gonna drive right past him. What happens? No, he doesn't do any. He maintains his triple threat, shifting his right foot. Okay, very interesting. Establishing the drive threat still. Meanwhile, there's an off-ball screen happening. You have Rui in the corner, spaced out properly. That's great. But watch what this cross screen does. It actually doesn't set up an ISO for LeBron anymore. It sets it up for Luca on Dylan Brooks. Okay, Dylan Brooks having a great year with the Suns, completely transformed their defense, and their
Yeah.
defense is looking pretty good. But I'm sorry, this is a mismatch all the way around. You have Austin Reeves and LeBron spacing the floor. This is how you get a guy like Luca involved in the action within the whole team.
Hmm.
Because this might look like, oh, this is just ISO ball, but you're actually using the entire team spacing to your advantage.
Yeah.
So I think this is a brilliant play call, even though it's very, very simplistic as far as like the touch it generated,
Hmm.
because it allowed Luca to get into the flow of what he does best while keeping the entire team engaged. So if the Lakers can simulate their offense like this in the half court, they're a very good threat in the West because of what they can do on both ends and with the scoring talent they have. But I think more importantly is how they're using it in offensive sets. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Um. Yeah, it is good to get other people involved in getting Luca an open shot or just a easy catch more than anything. But I think a big thing as well is the danger of posting up not just to score but to pass. That's something that would happen a lot in the triangle offense. That's something the Warriors do with their split cuts. They give it to Draymond in the post, and then Steph and Clay just screen each other, and Steph's either open and can kind of hit a three, or Clay's gonna be wide open on a roll to the basket. And just off that, it's a good set. I think I would like Reeves to make that pass and be one pass away instead of LeBron. I mean, both of them are good 3-point shooters, but then giving LeBron the opportunity to cut on the backside, on the weak side, would be interesting. But I see Eaton was back there as well, so that doesn't help. And it just drives my regular point, off ball
I
movement
mean,
is great.
even if LeBron 45 cuts,
Yeah.
like that creates a space for Reeves as well too. Where like
Yeah.
even if he doesn't get that three and the defender like does a tight closeout from the top of the key, that's
Hmm.
an open driving lane. It, assuming LeBron takes a 45 angle cut all the way to the right baseline. So
Yeah.
there are multiple ways you can get about it, but I do see your point, and maybe that's something they have in the works. Like as Conch is going off of that, like now that you've seen this happen, what if we have additional off-ball actions off of this look?
Yeah. Yep. And I think it's just interesting because it's really we've really seen how good the Lakers have been with LeBron and how he's been that kind of third banana or second banana, well, more third banana in this case, deferring to Reeves and Luka Doncic, which is really nice and I think works for him in his age.
Absolutely, yeah. And just looking at the way the defender bites off of LeBron too, like he
Yeah.
could make that cut, or he could space out to a
Mhm.
three because that's something of his strength. He loves driving like down the elbows to the lanes. Like that's a strength of LeBron. So very interesting, but good set nonetheless. Great job, Lakers. Um, Defensive highlight here, actually. I thought this was very interesting.
Yeah.
Normally, when you'll have help defense coming from the baseline, but normally when that happens, it's just a straight double team, and that just turns off to like a dump off and a 4-on-3 situation. Normally, when you see switches, they come off of ball screens, and I thought what the Pacers did here was very, very intelligent. So let's take a look at this.
Yep.
So you got the ball handler, seems to have the defender on his hip, even though the defender's actually spaced up pretty good for like chasing him actually. So um, but nonetheless, it appears like he has a clear angle. So what does this baseline defender do? Again, rule of thumb with defense is you don't want to have your man behind you normally. Like this is terrible right now. Like this is if I was this guy here, I would backdoor cut. If I don't get the look here, I'm going spotting up here for the reverse layup. And if this
Yeah.
guy cheats off of that, I got kickouts. But the way they handled it, they don't bring this guy to help off of this baseline
Yep.
guy. How do they treat this? They have the baseline defender switch with the primary ball handler defender over here. So 25 goes to the baseline. Baseline defender picks him up. And what is that? That just completely confuses him. Where he's like, okay,
Hmm.
well, my easy jump off wasn't there. What do I do? I gotta make a move. I gotta create like a step through or situation. No, it's not there. I gotta spin off. Like that just completely confused the offense at that spot. I don't know what happens to the result of this possession because I didn't watch the game, but that's a very nifty tactic where you can easily get turnovers or miss shot opportunities to help start that fast break offense that the Pacers run so well. So I thought it was very unique to see this look.
Yeah, and especially uh I think it said in the tweet, but this is called a peel switch, and I think it's a very interesting concept where um you if you're beat, well, what is left? There's some sort of rotation that needs to happen, and usually, like you said, it's the weak side, weak side low man comes across and helps. But in this case, it's a really long rotation to help there, and that guy on the baseline is right there, and it's a very nice switch. The big thing is communication, right? And you can even do this on the 3 point line, and I really like how it looks. I think it's a really it's it shows how good of communication these Pacers have with each other. No, like I don't even think you and I, Josh, could do this right now because we don't play enough basketball with each other.
We haven't
Um,
played it together in months, but yeah,
yeah,
this will be crazy.
so
Like,
it's definitely difficult, and
I mean,
yeah,
the one thing I will say is like this Wizards, like this help guy doesn't really help his ball handler too much. Like he's kind of just like sitting there once he makes his cut, and it's like, no, dude, like you got to see your guy struggling and help him out somehow. Give him more space. Like either run back to the three or like go to the other side or like, and then these guys got to rotate and help and move. And kind of feels like they're stuck in the mud. Like these guys start to rotate a bit, but this guy really like should be trying to fill in the spot of the corner, like on
yeah,
the opposite side. Like so, I mean, that would be the one thing that I would
hmm
counteract against the peel switch. But I think as a concept here, it's you don't see this too often in the NBA where it's like see defenses like this, where it's man to man, but like the man to man is like different rules like off this action. So
yep.
very interesting.
Starts to uh starts to lean into zone concepts, a man with zone concepts, and that's something that is really popular now in the NBA, and even in Michigan is running that as well now, the University of Michigan.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Um, Jalen Johnson had a heck of a game. against the Philadelphia 76ers. I want you to look at, again, example of wrinkles in the
Mm-hmm.
offense. So this this was, I think, at the end of the game, or oh no, this is the first overtime. So 14 seconds left. And there was a previous breakdown on this as well. So you have Dyson Daniels. No, no, he's the help kind of here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's kind of just playing help, but I wanna go back to that look
Yeah,
for
I
a
think
second.
Dyson Daniels guarding Tyrese Maxey, or
They're
Maxey's
on
guarding
offense.
Daniels.
They're
Yeah.
on offense here. So um, see, Jalen Johnson doesn't have the step he wants. Like this is not ideal for like taking a layup. I think the defender does a good job here. See
Mm-hmm.
Max and B coming to help, or Max is trying to take away Dyson Daniels, and B for all the injuries and like the washed up. He's still a great shot blocker. He
Yeah.
affects shots. Um, but I think the spacing of where Daniels was didn't really help out and allow that to happen. So Quin Snyder makes a brilliant adjustment. We'll kind of talk through this as it appears again. So Kongwu starts out
Mm-hmm.
in a different spot. He starts at, I believe he starts at the three. No, he starts at the elbow.
Yeah.
No, and B starts at the elbow. He's running down from the 3 point line. So he's running downhill. What are you thinking if you're Embiid?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot, I gotta protect the paint right here. I gotta run with him. He's not even looking. So then by the time Daniels moves around, I think it's called a zero cut. You got
Okay.
Jalen Johnson cutting downhill, post up, gets the matchup he wants. He can go to work,
Mm-hmm.
gets a foul call.
Yep. Yeah, it's a chess match really at first between Embiid seeing, oh yeah, if Onyeka's going to the 3 point line on that first play, I don't need to guard him. Like I can have Maxi switch out because what's Onyeka gonna do? He can shoot over Maxi, but Maxi can still contest pretty well. So Quin Snyder sees that and he says,
And
well,
you don't
if
want that look from a count. You want him to dominate the paint. You got guys that can
yeah,
shoot on the lineup. So
well, Onyeka's a 3 point shooter now, but still the point remains the same where Maxi
right,
or Embiid close out at the 3 point line is pretty similar. So and Quin Snyder seeing that and telling Onyeka to just get out and drag Embiid with him really far away and not allow him to switch because Embiid, like you say, he's not super washed and he can rotate, get an easy paint rotation, but he can't make a long closeout like that to stop Jalen Johnson. So
exactly.
yeah, very good wrinkle from Quin Snyder, a really good coach. And if you know anything about the 2021 Utah Jazz, one seed in the West, you know he's a great coach with great concepts.
Yeah, and Atlanta's a great team with a lot of talent, and to see it being harnessed like this is great.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these guys, you would think like, oh, they're not great shooters, but then you see Nikhil Alexander Walker have a night where he's shooting like
Yeah.
5 threes randomly. It's like,
Yep.
oh, I think you're wrong about that. So, just the way they've, it's not been the ideal season to say the least, but I think they're making the most of it. So,
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Johnson, I had here in the notes, Jalen Johnson has been dangerous for the Hawks and for my fantasy team. So that's pretty great.
yeah,
All
the
star.
6-0 Diego Zuniga fantasy team there. So,
Yeah, I'm going absolutely insane in our fantasy league for real.
alrighty. You know who else is going insane?
Yeah,
Donovan
man.
Mitchell, man. Like, I hate saying this, seeing conference teams like this doing so well, but this is just a montage of him just going one on one, taking people, being the alpha on the
Hmm.
Cavs. Like, but I think the thing you want to see here is the quick decision making. That kind of makes the mark of a guy who's confident with himself, but then also like beating off his teammates. Like, just I noticed this movie made in the last play, like where like Kyrie Irving does it a lot, where he has like the low to high dribble over the
Yep.
defender and then goes to the layup. Like Donovan Mitchell's been doing that a lot more this year. I haven't seen it that often. That's been a new wrinkle
Hmm.
he's used. But um,
You
yeah,
wanna That's like literally a trademark Donovan Mitchell play. And not only does he pick up the dribble high, but as he picks up the dribble, he uses his offhand and gets it right on the back of the defender and says, "Oh, there you go," like kind of a swim move with the ball. And yeah, it's a very does he do it here?
It's not a
No,
carry if your hand is on top of it, by the way.
exactly. So and then the old heads will be like,
That
"Well,
was a
that's a
great
travel,"
push
but
to step back.
yeah, and it's not a travel because it's your steps only count when you uh
She does it again right
carry the
there.
ball, I guess. Yeah. So he's just I guess it's nice to see Donovan Mitchell score like this, but it's unfortunate where I think they beat the Pacers in this game, but they're 12-9. They haven't been playing that well. Injuries have really hurt this team. But I think a big thing and a scary thing for the Cavs is I don't think they're as loaded as they were last year. I think last year they came in with a new system and kind of shook and surprised everyone. But now everyone's familiar with it now, and it's not hitting the same for them. And I think they might have lost their opportunity to make a big run last year. But
They
injuries.
had this goal player though who I'm forgetting his name. He called out the
Tomlin?
team. Who?
Is it something Tomlin? Not
No, not Tomlin. There's a role player who had called out the Cavs,
really.
and then he
Let me
just
see.
hold on. Let me look this up.
Uh,
Lack of who? Jalen Tyson.
yeah.
He
Okay.
called out the Cavs like for lack of effort, and then very next game, like hit like these absurd amount of threes, and then yeah, he had 27 points and 11 rebounds, and
Jeez.
like he's only in his second year, and to have that comment and stuff like that, he's coming along strong. So like
Yeah.
they got some young pieces that are coming along as well. So they're an interesting team. Evan Mobley's still doing this thing. Like
Mhm.
I think it's very tough with Darius Garland out. And the big question for them this season is what version of Darius Garland are we going to get, healthy or unhealthy?
Yeah.
We don't know. It really depends on his health going into the series, but as far as like how far they can go with this coach.
Yeah. And I think it's just a tough fit sometimes, but listening to Zach Lopot, supposedly their numbers are good with all four of the guys on the court, but that hasn't happened a lot. Jared Allen has also not been playing a lot, unfortunately. But yeah, it's Donovan Mitchell's a great scorer, definitely. I think he's an all-star lock for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's a given. That's a
yeah,
given, especially with the East. All right. This is probably my favorite to see is Zach Edey.
yep.
Obviously, we know about the 32-point performance. Um, I want to pay attention to this, like his first game back, and see
Hmm.
him on the defensive end on the pick and rolls. He's been doing a phenomenal job. Like he's not stepping all the way, but like the way he responds to
Yep.
some of these looks, pretty impressive against the Clippers.
And getting his hands
And
out
pardon me,
there.
he's not letting him get the easy threes. He's contributing on the
Hmm.
defensive end, and yeah, like he's not getting all these steals, but like his influence, even on the Kawhi fake, enough to let him recover. That's a tough look, even for a guy
Yep.
like Kawhi.
That's the thing. I mean, when you play defense, you don't always have to block the shot or get the steal, but it's make the guy with the ball or the whole offense uncomfortable. Get them out of their rhythm. Don't give them exactly what they want, and that's what Zachy is doing here. And just a big shout out to him because he came off an ankle injury this offseason, and to come back and be moving like this, look at that clean block getting multiple inches off into the air. Like that's not something you
And
see
he's
all the time.
navigating like Spain pick and rolls. Like that's
Yeah.
it's very impressive to see. Like the whole reason why I'm pointing this out because we did not see this version of Zach Edey out of college.
Oh
We
yeah.
he had a big issue defending the pick and rolls, especially in his rookie season and in college. Like where he just give too much of space. Even here, too much of space for my liking against Derek Queen. Even if you don't think Derek Queen could shoot it, like
Yeah.
that's not a good one. But like look how he recovers. Like he's not thinking about the bad plays he's making. He's
Hmm.
making it tough. Like on this guard, steps high enough,
Yep.
forces forces a pass where the role player's not ready to shoot. Like these are kind of like the little things you don't see on the stat sheet, but they do influence the how the defense overall does in the possession. And guys like that, like those are the kind of things you want to pay attention to that don't necessarily show up
Yep.
on the stat sheet.
Yep, and one thing I heard also on another podcast on the Hoop Collective is he actually leads the league in box outs, which I mean that's his greatest weapon, right? I don't think anyone, not even Wemby, can really get around him. Zach
Wow.
Edey's probably the only guy who's as tall as Wemby and definitely stronger. So yeah,
I mean, did use the arms there, but good technique. And if he's successful at it, not gonna question it.
yeah, yeah. But no, I was the 32 game was against the Kings. I think that was his biggest game. I saw.
That's why I didn't want to show it because I'm like, how much of this is like good Zach Edey, and then how much is of it is like everybody has their
True.
career game against the Kings.
Yeah, the Kings are kingsing.
Their franchise to talk about at a later time. Zach Levine. I'm sorry, man. Like,
Bulls West.
sh- I mean, just the effect he's having on the team. Like, if you look at the I don't know if it's like the point differential or like
Mm-hmm.
his effect on the court. It's
The
not
on
great.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, on off. That's what it was. I saw a post about it. I'm like, dang, I didn't realize he was like fifth worst or something, like at his
Gosh.
position or in the league. But
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta look at that properly and see like what's going on with the Canes before I prepare to talk about them. But
Yeah.
um, nonetheless, Zach Edey, love to see it. I think the Grizzlies they're trending upward, but um, he's a large reason why when he's coming back. So I don't think this is a facade. Some of
Yeah.
the stuff he's doing is very intellectually corrected. You could see he's putting in the work to integrate some of the stuff he didn't have last year into this year and really show improvement.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Big from him.
Alrighty. Diego, I a little birdie told me
Mm.
you watched the Raptors, who are hot by the way, face
Yeah.
off against the Knicks. You had some thoughts. So I'll let you go. Take it away.
Yeah. So I saw this game and this is to me the most interesting game on Sunday, even though the Celtics and Cavs went tight. This was actually a blowout for the Knicks. And I just wanted to see how the Raptors play. I saw that Brandon Ingram had like a 37-point game. He had a few high scoring games, and I was interested to see how that if that would happen against the Knicks, who I don't think are a great defensive team, especially without OG and Inobi. But what I saw in this game, the Knicks won by a lot. They were actually up by over 20 points at one point in the first quarter, and then gave up the lead and then took it back at the end of the second half. And the big thing for me, the Raptors just took so many difficult shots. It felt like they never got like in the paint as much, while the Knicks are playing at a super high pace, running around. Um, Mitchell Robinson dribbling, which Clyde Frazier was like, he's not dribbled this much in his whole life in the last 2 years as he has in the past 2 weeks or something like that. So it's definitely interesting to see, and yeah, just the fact that the Knicks are in the 2 seed and Cat didn't even have a good game in this game. I think he had 20 points, but Josh Hart being the leading scorer, he's kind of healthy from his. I think he had like a hand injury, and so yeah, the Knicks are interesting as the 2 seed in the East, and yeah, I don't know. I didn't have too much else. Mikal Bridges playing great defense on Brandon Ingram. That was another thing. And Sandro Mamukalishvili, just playing really well at times. He's 6'10", moving like a guard, which is so interesting.
I'm sorry. Who? Say that 3 times fast.
I don't know if I could do that, but um, yeah, he used to, I think he played on the Spurs last year, and now he's with the Raptors, and yeah, he's just kind of like a big mobile guard or mobile. He's a mobile big who can hit threes, and yeah, Pirtle was out this game, so was RJ Barrett, so that didn't help. But OG Anunoby, like I said, was out, so I don't know. Just an interesting game to see what the Knicks are doing and what the Raptors as well. But the Raptors weren't as interesting. Jamal Shed, crazy defender, really high level, glue guy, energy guy, got a lot of steals. Yeah,
I think the thing that stands out to me is even in the loss, you're looking at Scotty Barnes and he's making very decisive plays again. Like
yep,
he seems to be a lot more comfortable. Starting to see the advantages where he's like fronting cat and like it's very difficult to go up against him. And he's having great box outs. Like he's doing a lot of the little things too to
mm,
help like elevate his team. And I think you're starting to see that. So even I'm just watching a play where he forced Hart to give the ball up. It ended up
yeah,
being a really bad possession because the guy gave it to got an easy layup. But you're seeing these plays where you can kind of see him put a stamp on the game, like in as many facets as possible. And
Hmm.
that's kind of the mark of a great leader. And I don't think it's an accident the Raptors are having the hot streak that they are this point in the season.
Yep.
Explain
And
why.
the fact he made a lot of threes in this game. I saw him. He had the ball just dribbling, and then he shot a three. I was like, oh gosh, this is gonna be an adventure. And he made one. He made a bunch in the first half, and I was like, this is not the Scotty Barnes that I'm familiar with. And obviously the defense was huge. His defense. He's definitely the best defender on the team, and yeah, very very interesting team. No, I don't think anyone expected the Raptors to be this good. So surprise team with the Pistons. Who I'm actually gonna watch the Pistons on Saturday. That's gonna be fun.
Surprise, surprise. I'm starting to think they're your favorite team right now.
I mean, they give me more happiness than the Mavs. Although the Mavs 2 game winning streak beat the Clippers and beat the Denver Nuggets last night with Ryan. What do you guys know about Ryan Nemhard? That's the real question. Get get
We don't know.
get educated. He's actually like sub 6 foot, and he had 28 points and 10 assists last night. So like a true point guard, which is not what D'Angelo Russell is.
That's
Uh,
just I'm sorry, that's bad Raptors defense. They don't know
yeah.
how to stop the three right now. No
Oh yeah.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Oklahoma City, Golden State at 10 p.m. Normally I would watch it, but Steph's not playing, so I'm
Yeah.
a little bit sad. But yeah, it's good to catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Good to talk through the film, talk through some concepts, talk through one game. We'll have more content for you guys next week. But Diego, before I close this out, do you have anything else to round us out and talk to the public about?
Nope, just the Mavs. Want to talk about the Mavs a little bit, and that's it. Enjoy the basketball and college basketball if you indulge in such things.
Yeah, and speaking of which, if you want to do any film analysis or just get inspired, you can also follow my main man Diego. What's the channel again?
Uh, what is it? The basketball of it all.
The basketball of it all. You heard him, man.
Yeah,
He has film study of Illinois, one of the Illinois
yeah,
games. So I think you'll enjoy that. So go give him a follow. Um,
yeah,
for us, I'm gonna advertise this a little bit. Follow us on our Instagram channel at amon.a.mission.
yeah,
And full length videos are located on our YouTube channel, Amon a Mission. Um, yeah,
yeah.
we're
Lock
catching
in.
up. I know the holidays are rolling around, but hopefully, hopefully you guys take it easy, enjoy the time with family. We're almost there towards the end of the year, and more basketball is to be left to
To
be
be
played and
played.
excited about. So until then, we'll see you next week. Have a good night, guys.
Yep. See ya.